everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over some of my favorite drugstore foundations. I get asked this a lot by friends and family. I'll post a selfie and they'll be like, oh my god, what foundation are you using? Start off with, should I do my least favorite? I think I'll do my least favorite first, and then, and I don't want to say least like they're the worst. They are my least favorite of my most favorite. So yeah, so I have 5 foundations here, and these are my top 5, starting with 4 and 5. So these two I believe are a little more interchangeable. They have a very similar matte finish and full coverage. They are super full coverage on the skin. They're gonna hide any imperfections that you have. The only reason I have both of these and I don't like one more than the other, I mean, I guess this one is a little bit lighter on the skin. It's full coverage, but it's not as heavy. It doesn't feel super foundation-y like after 3 hours you're like, ew, I have makeup on, gross, I want to wash it off. So this one's a tiny bit lighter than this one. This one's a little heavier. You'll feel that at the end of the day with this one, but you won't feel that with this one. So these are both, like I said, full coverage, matte foundations. I really love these when I want a matte full coverage look. I don't really go for that anymore as much, but sometimes when I have acne or something I want to cover up, or my face is a little more red than usual, I will go for these. And so yeah, these are 4 and 5. If I had to pick one of these that is better than the other, I would want to say this one because of the lighter feeling, but I like this one because it has better undertones and shades in the range. So I guess, like I said, I feel like these are a tie, my 4 and 5. I love them for different reasons, but if you find your shade in one, you don't really need the other one, so that's why I love these two. My next favorite foundation is this Wet n Wild OG Matte Photo Focus Foundation. This has been around for so long, and some people hate it. I don't know why. I really love this one and it really works for me, but I've heard that it doesn't work for everybody. It is definitely a more velvet matte foundation, and it's more medium to buildable full coverage. It's not full coverage on its own, or like you can build it like with additional layers to make it full coverage, but it's not gonna be that super full coverage like the Maybelline, the Covergirl one. But this is a really nice one. I really enjoy it. It has worked for me for so many years. I have so many backups of this one because I absolutely love this one. And before the two that I'm going to talk about next came out, this was my holy grail. Like, I used this one like for years straight before the other two that came out. They're newer. Before those came out, I really loved this one. This would have been my #1 had these not come out. But since then, this was now booted to 3. I still love it for the right days. I do believe this will work for everybody. It's not a super matte or super heavy foundation. It's, like I said, a velvet matte. So if you are dry skin and like matte foundations, I think this would work for you. If you have oily skin and like matte foundations, like I have oily skin and my skin used to be even oilier, and I used to love this one. If you set it with the right powders, it holds up really nicely. So like I said, I love this one. Holy grail for so many years until it finally got booted. Okay, and now my second favorite. Oh my gosh. This is the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Infallible Foundation. This one came out maybe a year ago. Oh my gosh, I love this. It is so good. This is even more velvetier, more velvet matte than the Photo Focus one. The Photo Focus one is a little bit more matte, just a tiny bit. I mean, just comparing these two, this one is a little more like a natural matte finish. I really love this one. Like, this one removed that one from its OG #1 position, and then I was like, oh my god, this is my new #1 favorite. And then the first one came out, and then that one became my favorite. But this one, I love this one so much. The only reason I don't pull for it more is because I haven't been able to find a perfect shade match for this one. And I hate that about Drugstore Foundations. It is so hard to find your shade. And like, what I love about high-end foundations is that you can go to Sephora or Ulta and kind of do samples or kind of swatch it on your skin in the store. And with Drugstore, they don't do that. They don't allow it. It's kind of, you don't see testers. Some Ultas have testers for Drugstore Foundations, but not all of them. I know mine doesn't. But I was one time out of town and I went to an Ulta and they had testers on Drugstore Foundations. So I really love that. I wish they all did it, but they don't. And then even in store, it looks one color. You take it home, you go outside, it looks like a completely different color on you. Foundation shades are really tricky. I totally understand that. But this one I feel like would work for everyone. This is a natural matte finish. Like, it is so nice. I have heard nothing but good things about this one. I have not heard any YouTuber, influencer, friend that I've ever recommended this to not love it. It's just so nice, so great. I can't say good enough things about this one. I mean, like, if this one had my perfect shade match, it would definitely beat the other one. But since it doesn't, or I haven't found it yet, I have to like mix 2 or 3 shades sometimes. Like in the summer, I'll mix different shades, and then the fall and winter, I'll mix 2 other shades that are lighter, you know, to try and get my perfect match because I cannot find one. And so this gets me to my #1 foundation. I am an oily combo skin type, so I'm like showing you my foundation. I'll just show it to you. It is the Photo Focus Dewy foundation. This one's brand new. It's been out for a few months now. But I'll just give you a little background about my skin type. I am super oily in my T-zone, my nose, my cheeks up here, and my forehead. Super oily. Really gross. I can't do anything about it. It's just my skin type. But I get really dry and crusty around my mouth, around like my lower nose. Like this gets oily, this gets really dry. All around my mouth gets really dry. Down here is super dry. And I'm like, what? You know, it's crusty dry or like super oily, and it's just how my skin is. So usually just being so oily, I would never have tried this type of foundation, a dewy foundation. I'm just like, ew, no. On my oily skin type, never. Like, who would do that? But one of my favorite YouTubers, Juicy Jazz, if you guys know her, she's amazing, follow her. Anyways, she recommended this, and she's also a combo oily skin type too. And I was just like, alright, well, what could it hurt? It's only a $5 foundation. Sure, I'll try it. Oh my gosh, I love this. It is so good. I set it with powder, and just throughout the day, it just gives me the most natural, radiant dew. It looks like my skin. I'm wearing it today. I wear it every day. It's my absolute favorite. Yeah. Like, just like, look how healthy and beautiful my skin looks. Like, I just love it. I love it. I think it's really good, and it's only like $5. I can't say good enough words. If you're an oily skin type, please do not be scared to try this. It is so good. It's a nice break from all the matte and drying formulas that we sort of tend to lean towards. And it just looks so good. It just looks so good. Yeah, your oils they start coming through at the end of the day, but they don't look super excessively overly oily. Yeah, you can set it with your favorite mattifying powders and stuff, or put a mattifying primer underneath if you want it to last longer, but you're always gonna have this natural radiance to you using this foundation no matter what you pair it with. And honestly, I just love how like natural it is. And I feel like this foundation gives me something different. Like I'm able to finally kind of dip into dewiness and not look like a grease ball at the end of the day. I really love it. It holds up really well on my oily combo skin type. My dry areas look nice, my oily areas look nice. Like I don't know how this is like so perfect for me. I think even for just, if you're just pure like oily, it's worth trying with your favorite mattifying primers and, like I said, your powders. If you're a normal skin type and you want something more dewy, this is a really great one too. If you're dry, yeah, try it, you know, with some of your dewy primers and your dewy, or like glowy powders and stuff. I really highly recommend everybody trying this, and it's so affordable. Like if you end up hating it, it's only $5. Like, you know, I hate recommending like something like this that's $12 and then you hating it. You know, it's twice as much as this one, but I like this one better, you know. So using something like this seems silly to me now, just because I found something cheaper that I love way more. And that goes for the same for like the L'Oreal one. This one's like, I think $14, $13 or $14, and it's just like, you can get almost 3 of these. Almost 3 of these for the price of one of those. You should, everybody should try this one. Any skin type, I think this would go really great with, if you're going for that dewy, natural look. So yeah, that is my top 5 favorite drugstore foundations. Hopefully soon I'll be able to kind of go over my high end. If that's something you guys want to see, go ahead and leave comments down below if that's something you guys would be interested in. Make sure you like and subscribe to my videos if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!